Go. Hi guys!
Hey guys!
Welcome back to our YouTube channel.
Welcome back.
And we're going to talk about today we're going to talk about...
You be mumu. I cannot hear that rubbish for your mouth again.
I know somebody will be known for such a long time, and I'll talk about.
Okay.
You know.
Hey guys! Welcome back to our YouTube channel. What did you say?
Sorry that we've been gone for such a long time.
Oh, sorry that we've been gone for such a long time.
My wife.
Guys.
Hey, what's going on?
How you guys doing? Hope you're good.
Oh my goodness.
So real quick, we just wanted to talk a little bit about a lot of comments that we hear, DMs that we get about our family, the love that we show each other, and basically they want to know how do we.
Well, what are the steps that we take in order to kind of like keep the marriage fresh and keep it going, keep it lively, people like, oh man, I just want to be like you, blah blah blah. First of all, don't ever compare your relationship with anybody else. Don't ever compare your marriage because you don't know what the other person is going through.
Exactly.
And that's just to get that out of the way. But secondly, in terms of us, what we pretty much what we do is we try to prioritize what we hold dear, our values, and one of the top ones is respect.
Yep.
Respect is like top there.
Oh, it's top. Like when you have things that are important, respect is at the top, and I think that's one thing that you have to have for each other. It's not about, oh, I'm the man or I'm the woman, so being submissive, not being submissive. I think just having that general respect for each other,
individual respect.
That's it, because that's how you become a great unit. Being respectful to each other, because the thing about it is that when you respect each other, you show that respect, and people say that respect, nobody will dare come and disrespect you.
One time. The thing about it is that the way you treat somebody in people's presence is the way they will treat that person in your absence.
And we always follow that.
Yeah, that because that model. Because at the end of the day, if I disrespect her in front of people and whatnot, they're gonna be like.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But that's, so respect is really up there. You know what I'm saying? There are certain things that I don't dare do because I'll get this wahala. But there are certain things that I don't dare do or because of, because she wouldn't do that to me. You get me? So we kind of keep the respect up there. And number two, about just to make it like not to draw anything out about marriage is that regardless of whether you people are married or not, you still have to know that this person took a chance on you. You get me? Yeah. So you are supposed to constantly remind them that they made the right choice.
Exactly.
You cannot just say, you're my wife.
And that's it. No.
You are in the house.
You have
nothing. I don't need to do anything anymore.
Nope. You have to keep it going. You have to date each other. You have to spend time with each other. You have to continue to impress the person.
I'm telling you.
It's not about a grand gesture. The simplest gesture.
The simple things.
The simple things is what matters. Just showing the person that you care about them, showing them that they made the right decision in choosing you to be a life partner.
Exactly. Exactly. Because what I'm saying, you have to remember that you guys are individuals. You are individual. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever says, oh, this person was born for this person. Forget that thing. You guys came together, chance, luck, whatever, fate, whatever. But you know that the journey does not end there. Like the efforts just actually started.
It's just beginning, because this is a new chapter in your life.
Yeah, you just gotta
your whole life,
and
then you meet somebody, and now it's a new chapter. So now you're not stuck. You have to build chapters, and building chapters, means spending time doing things, making effort, making sure that the person feels
special.
Exactly, special, feel acknowledged, feel they know that they made the right choice. They know that this is their life partner.
And another thing, number 3, which is kind of obvious, is communication. I'm telling you, right? You see, communication, it will spoil many marriages, before infidelity. Communication, as in, if you don't know how to communicate, if you don't know how to speak your mind, if you are the kind that wants somebody to read your mind, because you are special child of God, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. I want you to see everything. I'm not going to say anything. Don't mind yourself. Don't mind yourself.
No, I think when it comes to certain people in your life, you know, you owe it to them to communicate with them. You owe it to them to
especially if it's your partner.
Exactly, when it's your partner.
You owe it to them.
Yeah, you owe it to them because you guys are there day in, day out, morning through night. Especially right now during the COVID time, a lot of people are stuck in the house with their significant other. So building that connection, knowing that okay, you did something to me or did something I didn't like or whatever, let's talk about it.
Yeah, you gotta communicate.
You have to try to find some way to communicate with the person, you know.
Some way.
Yeah, some way, somehow, you know. You try to find some little opening or something like that, you know, just letting them know that, hey, what you did or what happened or this situation, you didn't like it or, you know.
Yeah, you gotta open up, and that way that person will know that, okay, this is how this person is feeling, and then I have to adjust.
Yeah.
You get me? You gotta give that person a chance to fix it. You get me? And usually it's not really, when you do something bad, it's not really about that thing that you did. It's about how you reacted. How you reacted. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you will say something bad to the wife, or she says something bad to you and whatnot. When you see that I'm angry, it's the reaction. Do you dismiss me, or are you like, hey, what's going on? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Some people do this, which is very, very terrible. They keep malice. I'm telling you, honestly, that is a terrible disaster.
Yeah, and then think about it, I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning of the relationship, I was one to keep malice, and it was nothing that I set out to do. It was just something that I grew up with, you know, like you don't talk about, you know, you don't really talk about it and stuff like that. But then he came from a family that you spoke and
speak your
mind and stuff like that. So we had to compromise. We had to meet in the middle because I knew that he was the one for me. So I knew that if I didn't change, if I didn't talk about it, if I didn't, explain how I felt or whatever, we would, it would not work.
Have clashes,
it won't work. I will tell you right now, ever since then, I think the longest that we've gone without talking to each other, like let's say I'm mad or something like that, or maybe pride is involved or whatever, the longest, not even up to 24 hours.
I'm telling you.
And before we got married, a lot of women told me, okay, well, the one thing you never want to do is go to bed angry at the person, and it's hard.
It's very hard.
It's really hard.
It's
especially
very hard.
Like if you fight at night, like at 12 o'clock at night, it's really hard for you to be like, okay, fine, let's
make
really
up before you go to sleep.
Before you go to bed,
But I have to say this. So she has kind of like the metamorphosis from when we got married to now. It's like really, really changed. Like she will tell me exactly what's going on, what's on her mind. I don't have to guess. I don't have to say, hey, what are you thinking? What is it? She will tell me exactly what she's saying, what she's thinking, what's making. And to me, that takes a whole load off my chest thinking about, what I'm saying, and that's communication on a trajectory that's like, it just gets better. You know what I'm saying? Because when we started, she was kind of taciturn. She didn't speak that much and whatever, but she just kind of, just went, and I love it. I mean, it's like I said, the communication has to be there. So, you have
and it's not, there's no one way of communicating with your spouse.
Exactly.
When it comes to your spouse, you have to figure out what works for you and your significant other.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. It's like, okay, well, you guys both know that, you angry, and maybe you guys have a 24-hour cooling period. Like, okay, you know what? We had a big old fight. Let's give each other, like, you make what works for you. But as long as the communication is there, that's everything. Yeah. That's everything.
Yeah, you're right, definitely. So, but one particular thing that I really want to touch on, for a lot of people have to realize that you have to find time for each other. You have to create time, quality time for each other.
And I love that. You know, that's one thing that we try to do every night, you know. So nighttime, literally, we have a routine. He helps with the kids, I clean up the house. By the time we're done, we get together, you know, we light candle, get a glass of wine, a couple Baileys for him. We sit down and we watch TV.
Yeah.
Even if it's for like 1 hour, 2 hours.
Well,
sometimes
just
3 hours.
decompress.
You know, and then the thing about it, it's not even that you have to sit there and be talking. You can just sit there and be watching TV. We're big Netflix people. You know, we watch Netflix. We have our own show. You know, we just sit there and just having that time.
Just
having
that alone time. Just talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? You have to, because it enhances intimacy.
Yep.
You get me? You guys are just there by yourself. You know, no kids, nobody, just by yourself, just drinking, just talking. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't do that, if you don't create time, you guys will just be existing.
Yep.
And existing becomes a routine.
Yep.
And when it becomes a routine, then you just get lost. So if you don't make effort, my point we're trying to make is, what we're trying to say is that in marriage, you know what I'm saying? You can't go into marriage and go be like, oh yes, I'm happy, you're not making me happy. You have to walk.
Yep. In relationships in general. Not even just only marriage, in relationships.
You have
when
to
you
walk.
care about the person,
What's
when
doing
you
you?
want when you want a future with the person, and when you're in, you know, when you're in that future with the person, you want to make an effort.
You have to make an effort.
Even the whole, okay, well, pandemic, we're stuck in the house together, that's not the same thing. You can be in the house together all day, but the thing about it is that, are you spending quality time with each other?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And we both did this test, this love language test or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And it was so funny because at the end of the day, it was us.
It was exactly what we did this test to know what our
love language.
language
You know, there's like 5 love languages or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's a test that you can just Google it or whatever, and you'll find out
What's the love languages,
what makes you work.
What does the other person do that affects you mostly? Some of them is words of affirmation. You want them to speak.
Some of them is quality time.
Quality time.
You know,
some of them is touch.
Yeah, physical touch or whatever. So when we both took the test, it kind of reaffirmed what we already know about each other.
Ourselves, yeah.
You know, when it's kind of like, oh, so that's what it is. You know, like we both know that, okay, well, this is what works for us. And so he knows mine and I know his. And we make an effort to make sure that the person knows that I know your love language and I respect your love language, and I'm gonna, I'm gonna, speak your love language to you. You know?
Exactly.
So try that. Look it up, love language quiz on Google, and you'll find it real easy.
But all in all, what we're trying to say is, number one, don't compare yourself to another person's relationship, marriage. Just forget that thing. Your own individual. You guys as a pair, you guys are unique. Just flow with that. You know what I'm saying? Number two, just realize that you have to make an effort. You feel me? There's nobody that is selfish that can succeed in marriage.
At all.
There's nobody that is selfish that can succeed. You will not be successful. Just go and be alone. Go and be alone. Just be a father or something. Because marriage is not for you. If you are selfish, marriage is not for you.
At all.
If you don't know how to take ownership of what you did wrong, if you don't know how to, swallow your pride, take responsibility, you know what I'm saying?
Accept blame, accept fault.
Your marriage is not for you. If you don't know how to apologize,
you need to learn how to apologize.
Yeah, if you don't know how to be remorseful, marriage is not for you. You feel me? If you are lazy, physically, mentally, and spiritually, if you are lazy, marriage is not for you.
At all.
Just leave it and go and be doing something better with your life. You feel me? So that's pretty much what we just want to say. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful, but like I said, we really have to put in effort. We really have to put in work.
You gotta put in a lot of effort. And in this past year, with the pandemic and just being stuck in the house, me working from home, we've had a lot of quality times together. And I think that it's made our relationship, even way better, way better.
So pretty much, like, even though we say you gotta put in effort, you know what I'm saying, it has to be, your aim has to be to make that other person happy.
You know,
what I'm saying?
But the thing about it is that making the other person happy, but you also being happy.
Yes,
because
exactly.
the thing about it is that it has to be balanced.
Exactly.
You cannot be making one person happy, happy, while you're miserable.
Exactly.
You know,
that's
so
why the communication comes in.
So you have to.
That's where the communication
balance,
comes in, because you know, so you have to let the person know, hey, I want you to do this. This is what makes me happy. This is what makes me happy.
Yeah.
And the other person have to. Yeah, that other person have to
and
be
relationships
willing.
come with a lot of compromise. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to let your guard down a little just to figure out what works. You know, because the thing about it is that we compromise. We've been together for 13 years. Yeah. So trust me, we compromise and we had to. Let's try this. It didn't work. Let's try that. It didn't work. That. Okay, I like that. I like that. Let's play on that. So you have to figure out what works for you.
Exactly.
Every relationship is different. But we do appreciate the love and the support and everything that you guys show us.
I mean, it's crazy, man. I really appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, we love your family, you know, from husband, wife, Zoe, Nicholas. We thank you guys so much for all the love and the support. And yes.
Thank you so much, guys. And we just want to talk real quick about the whole marriage.
Well, it wasn't real quick. It kind of went a little longer, but you know, it is what it is.
That's because of, you know, I was speaking facts. You're the one who was.
No, because I'm trying to make sense, though. You know what I mean?
Well,
you know, like
that don't make sense.
You do make sense, but sometimes I like to just talk.
Well, what did I say here that is not that don't make sense?
No. You talked well. You know, so I think this is an amazing video. You know, I'm really glad that we.
No. Hold on. Why you want to end video? So what did I say here that don't make sense?
Everything made sense.
Okay. Alright.
Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's over here.
Yes, around that area.
It's somewhere over here. You know?
But yeah, thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. And we'll see you guys later, okay? Oh, by the way, I'm sorry for
For
what?
Hold on. Sorry for what you do.
I ate your ice cream.
Which ice cream?
The one in the fridge. Sorry.
In the what fridge?
The one that's in the fridge.
In the freezer.
Thank you guys so much.
Hold on. No,
thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Hold on.
We will talk later. We'll talk later. Thank you so much.
You better relax. Guys, let me see.
I love you.
He has his own ice cream, but he's eating my own ice cream. How does that make sense? Isn't that wickedness right there? Okay. Okay, must it go?